You don't want to know how we feel. Some people ask you to express your feelings. They don't mean your actual feelings. They mean the feelings that they want you to have. Because people can't deal with dark or scary or weird. They want you to smile and say, yeah, I'm fine, everything's great, because then they can just go on with their lives and never think about you again.
I lived on the streets and I was homeless for about 4.5 years, and that was a real struggle. I lived there in all kinds of weather conditions and all kinds of different living environments that aren't good and healthy for people. And I was doing so many drugs and in so much alcohol, I found myself drowning. I was like, I'm gonna die out here. And I called one of them up and I said, I'm ready. Since I've been here, it's just been a beautiful life and safe, secure, happy, loved, and so great. And I've never experienced anything like this. The love, the kindness, the joy, the peace, the growing in Jesus and in the Lord and God. It's just beautiful, and it makes me feel safe and secure and happy that I finally found a life where I can live without being hurt or broken or abused or treated badly. That you have a strong support system that comes together to try to help you succeed in life and help you get through those struggles that have brought you down. And they just are there to help you. They give you an accountability partner. They give you mentors. They give you classes. They give you help and support. They have your back. It's just a beautiful place to be.
So when I was a child, I started smoking cigarettes at a real young age. I was addicted to them by the time I was 5. And I remember being 6 years old, my dad taking me down to the Maybell Bridge downtown, telling me to get out of his truck. Told me that if I didn't stop smoking cigarettes, I'd be a homeless bum, just like the bums underneath that bridge. I remember about 8 years ago or so, I laid my head under that bridge for the first time, believing the lies of the enemy. Just believing all of them. And I stayed there stuck because I didn't think I could come out. So that motel back there, about 8 years ago, roughly, I came through here homeless, falling apart. My son was just ripped from me by my boyfriend, ex-boyfriend. Pastor Dixie put me in that motel and wanted me sober, and I couldn't do it. I had to go back around that mountain, I came back again. He put me back in that motel. We tried again. I had to go around that mountain again and again and again. Now to see this motel being raised up for something that God can make good, and me getting to be a part of that, that's amazing. It's amazing.
Wings of Freedom and God's Shining Light are so relevant for such a time as this, and crucial for so many Tulsans and others. Right before God's Shining Light, I was homeless, living in a grass spot and sometimes under an overpass bridge. Those of us who have been homeless know it's not just the lack of shelter you face. You often face those who refuse to treat you with human dignity. In my case, in the case of so many others, you also face threats to your freedom, safety, and independence. There are lessons of humility, patience, and obedience I would not have learned any other way. I knew God knew the time and the way He would deliver me. We can't deliver ourselves. We don't have to know how or when it'll happen. We just need to trust God for His deliverance. Wings of Freedom. Immediately meets the client's physical needs and then walks alongside the client to help with spiritual growth. Leadership expects the best of us here. They encourage each individual to flourish. They support the healing and restoration of each individual and family unit. The restoration of my vessel and living pure were supported here at Wings of Freedom. I also received economic stability and independence, including freedom from homelessness. Yay! Others have received restoration from incarceration or drug or alcohol addiction. No matter what challenge you're facing in your life, you can find a home at Wings of Freedom without judgment. I'm thankful to Pastor Dixie and the entire amazing Wings of Freedom and God's Shining Light team for giving me true coaching and honest feedback, which started the moment I walked into the warehouse. Love y'all. Woo! Our responsibility as clients during the 6 months program is to identify any wounds or hurts we may have. Then we can use the infallible Word of God to develop an action plan to work on our behavior and our character. Lastly, Hillsong has this great song, Oceans. It's great because it encourages obedience to God and being directed by the triune God. Let's together stand strong in our faith, guided by Christ, no matter what.